There you go. Pop. There you go, I didn't really think about that, did I? Made for YouTube. So hello and welcome back to Touring with Riva. You join me here at the beautiful Star Caravan Park at Alton, right next to Alton Towers. Recently I did a video on the Isabella Cirrus 400 air awning that we've got. I took that video from Rudding Park when we were up there the other week. And then I spoke of the other awnings that we've got, the different ones that we like to take away with us depending on how long we're staying away for. Well, in this video we're going to talk about the Isabella Air Arc awning, which is what you can see behind me. This awning is nice and lightweight. It's got no front and no sides. It's literally just a canopy. But if you're going away for a short weekend, this awning could be the one for you. With it being air, it's nice and lightweight, easy to put into the awning rail, and it comes with a pump. As soon as you get on site, there's no poles involved whatsoever. You simply pump it up and away you go. And you get this canopy, which can keep the sun off, but also the rain, because we like to get a lot of rain in the UK. In fact, we've been here for 2 days already. It gave no rain on the weather prediction, and yeah, it absolutely howled it down last night. It was wet, and the awning actually stood up to it quite well. I do think that I hadn't inflated it quite fully, because I'm always a bit scared of how much pressure I put in these things. The tubes felt tight, but when the rain came and the wind came, it did start to flex a little bit, and I was like, I don't think I've done the awning justice there. I don't think I've set it up right. It's supposed to have between 6 and 8 psi, and I hadn't quite put that much in. So I got the pump back out, I pumped it back up, and it was absolutely spot on. And as you can see, it looks stunning here, sat in the sunshine. So we'll have a quick look around it. We'll look at its features. We'll have a look at me putting it in the awning rail, putting it up and taking it down. It also comes in a light carry bag, which you can put into your roof box or into your boots. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And like I said, with it being light, it doesn't take up a lot of payload either. So let's have a look around it. So as you can see, we've got inflation and deflation points on the side of the awning underneath these nice zip covers, and you simply undo that top one to inflate. You can take that out now if you like, even though it's blown up, because that's a one-way valve. So when you start putting pressure in, the valve opens, and when you take the pump off, the valve closes. So that's that valve. And then if you come to let the awning down, all you do is simply undo that part of the valve, and that lets the air out. So that's the inflation point on the right hand side. And then if we come over to here, you can see this side doesn't have one. It's just got the one inflation point to inflate all the tubes. So what happens is at the point when you start inflating over there, the air runs up and then it fills all the tubes. So you only have to use the one inflation point. Nice and easy. The tubes are very robust. As you can see, the tubes actually zip in and zip out. So should you need a replacement, you can replace the tubes as opposed to replacing the whole awning, which I think's a great idea, on the basis that you can get punctures and things, can't you, especially when they're air. So it's nice not having to change all the tube system. You can just change the one. As you can see, it's got a nice roof line. It's got multiple attachment points here. I haven't used this one because we haven't got much wind at the moment. However, if you wanted to and you had a bit more inclement stormy weather, you could put a guy rope from there down to the ground like I have here on the sides. You'll see that I've actually used these attachment points to tie it off to the ground. You've got multiple points. And then on the floor here, on both sides, you've got these storm flaps which go underneath to keep the feet protected. And then you've got multiple attachment points again, just to keep the awning in place once set up. And you've got exactly the same on this side. But you can have this awning up in a matter of minutes. It didn't take Becky and I long to put this up. And once it's up, like I said, you've got that cover. And it also looks absolutely stunning. We've had a number of people walk past and say, where have you had that awning from? Where have you had that sun canopy? Because it looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? Don't get me wrong, you need the weather. But the nice thing is, because it's nice and deep from the caravan, it means that you can put your table and chairs in, and if it does rain, you can put your table and chairs further back towards your caravan, so it actually protects them. When we had the rain last night, that's all we did. We just moved the table and chairs closest to the caravan, and because of the depth from the caravan to the front of the awning, it provided good shelter and none of our stuff got wet. So even though it hasn't got sides, there's enough surface area to keep your stuff dry. So it might be one to think about if you're going away for a short weekend. Nice, quick and easy. And now we're going to demonstrate taking it down and putting it up. So as we just take a quick look at this one, and there's a couple of things that I wanted to add in terms of size, dimensions, etc. So the air canopy is 380 centimetres wide, so it will suit most caravans. As you can see, Riva is quite a long caravan, and this awning doesn't look out of place on it. Okay, it sits in the centre and it doesn't go to either end of the caravan, but I actually like that look as opposed to covering the whole length. But if you've got a shorter caravan, obviously the awning will cover more of it. So at 380 centimetres wide, it is 260 centimetres in depth. So that's the depth from the awning rail outwards, so 260 centimetres in depth. And then the height of it is 255 centimetres in height. So you'll find at that height, the majority of people can get under it. I'm 6'2", and I've not had any problems with this awning, or should I say canopy. I've been able to just walk in, walk out, and I haven't hit my head whatsoever. As you can see here, we're taking a look at the air beams. One thing I will say is, to this side here and to the other side, you can fit side panels with an extra bit of figure of 8 tracking and some beading, which you can get off Isabella. So if you were to fit that, you can actually fit sides to this canopy. So as you can see, the awning's down now, and this is the bump that you get with it. I'm going to demonstrate now how easy it is to put the awning up in real time. I'm going to do it on my own because Becky's busy. Becky's got Charlie, which is the reality of camping, isn't it? You can't always do everything together when you've got children, because one's doing something while the other's doing something. So I'm going to put it up on my own, see how easy it is, and then hopefully you'll be able to do exactly the same if you go ahead and purchase it. But let's get to it. So that's it in the rail. Once you get the awning where you want it, simply do up the valve. You've got two parts of this valve. Put the big part in, then undo the top little part, which is the one-way valve, which will allow air in but won't allow it out, which is what you want when you're pumping stuff up. And then simply get on the pump and blow it up. And it is literally that easy. So we're looking for 6 to 8 psi. And what I tend to do is put a bit in and then just offer the awning a bit of assistance. So put a little bit in and then just make sure everything's straight and then keep going. These pumps have also got 2 settings, so you can have it on hard or light. If you have it on hard, it puts it in quicker, but it's a bit more resistance. We can have it on light, puts the air in a bit slower, but it's a lot easier. There you go, it's starting to take shape now. Again, just offer it a bit of assistance to take its shape. Needs a bit more air in it yet, but it's getting there. Put a little bit more in. A little bit more. And that is the frame up. And it really is that simple. And it's just a case of pegging it out. I'm not going to stand here and lie to you. Everything is easy with 2 people, isn't it? However, I've just done that on my own and it's up. And taking it down is just as simple. Let the air out, pull it out of the rail and pack it up. So I hope that you found that useful. And now I'm going to get my breath back and have a drink, I think. But yeah, we'll get it packed down, get it back in its bag. And that's another air awning from Isabella. So like I said, to take it down is just as simple, just as quick, if not quicker. You simply undo the larger valve from the side of the awning to let the air out. It'll go with a bit of a pop because of the amount of air it's holding. Once the air's out, down it goes, and it's just a case of pulling it out of the rail, which is far easier than putting it in. Hello, Charlie. And just like that, it's down. Let's go and see Charlie. Who's this? It's Charlie, the key loser. Here he is. But we found the keys, didn't we, Charlie? Yeah. So once packed up, the awning just goes back into the bag. Again, you can do this on your own. It's not like some awnings where the bags are really, really tight. Isabella are actually really generous with their bags. And even on your own, you can pack it away. So if your partner's been on the drink the night before, headache, doesn't quite feel like helping you pack up, rest assured you can do it on your own. So now we're going to show it just going into the roof box and how it fits in there. Because it comes in its own bag, simply slide into the roof box. That's it, packed away. The Isabella Arc air awning.